Sometimes I be right in your face and hit like genjutsu in place. That's how it be though. Nothing but great effort just to get a C though. Eyes watching but we never seem to be though. So probably the most talked about new anime of the season, Megalo Box. Everyone been hitting me up about it. Everybody's like, yo, you gotta check it out, you gotta check it out, you gotta check it out. I'm like, fine. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest with you. I didn't even see a picture yet, and people were like just spamming me up the yin yang, which sometimes I like that, because if it's a surprise like what I got with Megalo Box, do that. Tell me a million times to check out a series, because my gosh, it lives up to the hype and then some. I'm gonna throw that out the way already. Let's not keep it in suspense in the dark, people. Megalo Box, of all the new anime, we're not gonna count the returning stuff like, you know, the My Hero and stuff. I'm talking about the brand new stuff, Golden Kamuy, SAO Gun Gale, and this, and you know, there's a ton of other new anime. I gotta say, Megalo Box is easily so far my favorite. The vibe I get, it kind of reminds me in a way, just the vibe. Obviously, in case you don't know, it's a boxing, but like with its own twist type of series. Don't think that, oh, you're just gonna be into the boxing, because a lot of people, they get very discouraged very quickly with any series that has anything to do with sports. And you know, there's been a big stigma that was over sports series for a while until Kuroko came and changed that. But it's not just like, oh, you gotta know about boxing or anything like that. Don't worry, it is just the vibe it gives me, though. It's like Cowboy Bebop. It's weird. It really feels like this was an anime that was made a while ago, but it's brand new. So I'm kind of curious how long this was in development, because the art and animation, again, looks like an older piece. Not necessarily that it looks crappy or anything like that, but it doesn't look like, you know, some of the sparkly, shiny new anime. There's scenes where it looks really gorgeous and the animation is 10 out of 10. But again, just the vibe of it, the way the characters act and interact with each other, it feels more mature. And again, kind of reminds me of Cowboy Bebop. The main character, Junk Dog, kind of reminds me a little bit of a Spike in a way. Again, there are two different series or whatever. One is like a modern boxing with a twist. The other one is, you know, some bounty hunter motherfucker or whatever with Cowboy Bebop. So definitely different series. But man, I just gotta say, I love Megalo Box. The build up of it even gives you a Rocky feel. Like, you know, if you like Hajime no Ippo, you'll definitely get into this one, I can almost guarantee, because it really has that feel of like an underdog trying to make it. Brief synopsis: this guy Junk Dog, he does these underground fights of a genre called Megalo Box, where basically they wear this gear and they box with the gear, and the gear makes it kind of, the punches have more impact and it's overall more entertaining, this sport, you know, this new deal of like boxing but on a whole other level. So you got this guy Junk Dog that he does that, but the catch is that he throws the fights because his manager guy, you know, the guy that, you know, keeps him in check and keeps him going in his career or whatever, constantly says, yo, we can make mad bread if you just throw these fights. So he throws fights constantly, but he's at a point in his life where he don't want to throw fights no more. Like, you know, when enough is enough already, especially when you believe in yourself, because you can see the character 1000% believes in himself from the jump of like, yo, why am I throwing fights? I could become great, because Megalo Box has become a huge sport already. Why am I doing petty little things in the underground throwing fights when I could be something great? And throughout the episode, you see him like, I'm tired of throwing fights, I'm tired of throwing fights. And you see the manager trying to hold it down the best he can. Definitely gives you that old Rocky, you know, Sylvester Stallone vibe with the manager and everything. Like, it just gives you that feel. Hajime no Ippo as well, but I would say this is more grittier feeling and darker than Ippo. Ippo has a nice light feel to it. At times it can get a little dark and shit, whatever, or pretty dark, but for the most part, this one from the gate is like, it feels very down to earth, even though again they're fighting with these mechanics, which Junk Dog, the joke on it is that his mechanical, you know, gear that he uses to fight is very cheap. He has very cheap stuff. Again, he's in the underground doing this. Throughout the episode, he runs into a guy, or shall I say a woman, that he almost runs over. She tries to recompensate him, but you can see again, adding more into his character, that he is very prideful and he don't want nothing from this woman. And then it leads into him having this fight with a guy named Yuri that was, you know, the woman's like bodyguard or whatever. And man, just the build up, and I did not do that synopsis any justice at all. The build up from point A to B to C to D throughout the episode was marvelous. Seeing the guy's character development of getting fed up with all the bullshit, seeing the manager trying to hold it down, seeing the bike parts creator guy, or the guy that always fixes the stuff, constantly giving him like little pieces of advice. And then of course again, things being flipped upside down, because you always got to have that point, okay, if the character wants a big change, and this first episode is going to change his medial life or the things that he doesn't like in life upside down, how do you do it? Well, introduce some rich and famous guy or rich and famous woman with a rich and famous boxer in the same sport, except he's on another level. Bam, that's gonna get him fired up. Bam, he don't want to throw fights no more. So really exciting stuff. Honestly, I can't stress enough that if you're looking for a seasonal anime, you want something that's fresh, that you never heard of before, Megalobox, until the anime was announced, honestly, I keep it real, and I be keeping up on what's popping or whatever. I don't know if there's a manga or if this is based on a light novel or whatever, but this came out of nowhere and is absolute fire. It gets 100 out of 100 on my recommendation. If you're gonna watch only one series of this season that is brand new, let's just say you're like, yo, I got my academia, maybe I give one more try, what do you got? Check out Megalobox. And then if that doesn't satisfy and you still want another one, I got a couple other recommendation videos. But Megalobox, just, oh my god, easily, it just, again, it's like a breath of fresh air. It's taking something which boxing has been done before. Again, I've mentioned throughout this video, Hajime no Ippo, the biggest boxing manga anime of all time, but it's doing a new twist to it. And I know we've had instances as well with characters in boxing of, you know, the whole throw the fight to, you know, get money and stuff like that. So it's nothing necessarily breaking ground, but it's just the vibe, the feel, the animation when they're throwing blows. Like when the character, for the first time when he's, you know, throughout the episode, you see him throwing one of the fights and he gets beat up really bad. It's like, it gives you a vibe. You get into the emotion of feeling bad for this guy, because again, you can tell he don't want to do this. He wants to be legit, and I totally respect that, and it's kind of relatable in a way, and I think maybe that's why it grabbed me so quickly as well. It's like when you get fed up and accepting less than what you feel you're worth in life, and that's something anybody can relate to. It's just, he has the circumstances of this whole boxing situation, but you may have that problem at work. You may want more than what you're worth, you know what I mean? So definitely very relatable with what's going on in Megalobox as well. And from the beginning to the end, it was crazy of how it starts off, he's on the ground, next thing you know, by the end, he's fighting this big guy, and it could lead to more opportunity. I have no idea how this series is going to go, but again, 100,000% can say Megalobox pleasantly surprised me. And spring 2018, let's go. I'm kind of curious what you guys think, though. If you've seen Megalobox, do you think that it's the best new anime of 2018? It beats out, you know, at the very least, the first episode of Devilman Crybaby. You could throw the argument there. You can't obviously compare all of it or whatever, but, you know, is it better than that premiere? Is it better? Is this the best premiere of this season, even including the returns? What do you think about that? And if you haven't seen it yet, did I sell you again? I'm gonna tell you one more time. If you're gonna watch one brand new anime of the season and you can only find the time to check out one, it might be Megalobox. Don't let the boxing shit, if you're not into sports or whatever, don't let that, because people mistake that a sports anime is all about the sport. 9 times out of 10, yeah, the sport will be a goal aspect, and it's how they achieve their goals, but they're more character driven. And again, Megalobox, yeah, it has the boxing in it, but the characters is what's driving it. And I want to see this guy that, you know, he started off very crooked and wanting to be legit so bad. I want to see Junk Dog move from point A to point B. I want to see him succeed, where a lot of shonen anime and manga, they introduce you this character and they try to make you give a shit about him. Sometimes it falls flat on its face and we're like, I don't care. This guy, episode 1, I want to see him make it. I want to see greatness. I want to see him put this Yuri guy down on his ass. I want to see him learn lessons throughout it. And that's a great way for an anime to make you feel after watching only the first episode. So again, overall thoughts on Megalobox. It's crazy. I can't wait for episode 2. It's actually been confirmed for 12, so this is going to be 12 glorious episodes, and I hope it gets a buzz or something, because this deserves to have a popularity. It's really hype. Megalobox. This ain't no Keijo, folks, okay? I promise this ain't no Keijo. This is some legit stuff. Megalobox. Go watch it. But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, stalk my Facebook, and follow me on Twitch. I'll be streaming there every other night, every so often, playing games, Dragon Ball, 7 Deadly Sins, you name it. We're playing anime games on there. And yeah, follow all my social media to keep up with what's going on with me. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day. Yo, Megalobox. Go watch it. make major moves. Laugh and let the haters lose. We don't give a fuck, virginity intact, cream stack. Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. But now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite, but never.